So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the Kaledios quad. So I know I'm super late to this party, but because it was nothing but neutrals, and I know they needed to add neutrals to the collection, but I'm not a neutral lover. I wasn't jumping, you know, to go buy this. So I'm not even from. That's what took so long for this video. I wasn't jumping up trying to buy it. So there's two different quads. There's Cold Brew, and then there's what is it? Black Jasmine. So this is Cold Brew. So Cold Brew is what she looks like on the inside. Of course, y'all know I had to compare it to other stuff. So I'm gonna compare it to the Cream and Sugar from e.l.f. first, because it's like $4 dupe. But honey, let me know, because I can compare this with some other stuff that e.l.f. has dupes for in the video coming up with the what do you call it, their version of, what do you call it stuff, that Hollywood Flawless filter. This is Black Jasmine, and of course y'all know I had to compare it up against the Natasha Denona Exxon palette. So this is what it looks like. I feel like the dark girl friendly version of the, what is this palette, the Cold Brew palette would be Truffle from e.l.f. So when I do my video, I'm most likely going to use this one, because this one is the one that would work better for my skin tone, and it still has a good majority of those shades, like 1, 2, and then this shimmer right here makes 3 of the 4 shades that's in here. So when I do my battle, I'm most likely going to use this one. I'm going to just tell you now. But I want you to see what they look like side by side. I'm going to try to combine both these palettes, but I think in this video, I'm just going to do a battle with these two, because I want to see how similar these are together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a look with the Natasha Denona palette off camera. Let me zoom you in. I think these are the same price as Natasha Denona. I'm pretty sure these cost $24 a piece or $28 a piece, and I caught them on sale for, they had a 15% off sale. So I ended up catching them then. Let me see how much they cost. Oh, I'm sorry, they're $22. So they're a little bit cheaper than Natasha, but not by much. They're $5 cheaper than Natasha Denona, basically. And with them, with Natasha, you get one more shade, whereas this one, you get one less shade. So I'm going to go off camera now, like I said, come get one eye done with this one, then we'll come back and do a look with this one, and I can tell you how the quality is and if it's worth it, so that way you can determine. Again, I know I'm super late to the party, so if you don't watch this video, y'all, I totally get it. It's just because of the colors that they were, and the fact that I already had stuff like that and all these other colorful, exciting things were coming out, and I'm not on a PR. I wasn't gonna rush out and buy it, so that's just what it is. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is the eye I came up with Natasha's palette. So I literally used every shade except for this white one right here. So I basically used these 4 right here. I didn't need the bone color shade, so that's what worked for me. And we're going to repeat the same thing with the Black Jasmine palette, because it has literally just those 4 shades. So that works for me. Let me put on some eyeshadow primer real quick. I normally already have it on, but... Oh, funny story. So the orange underneath my eyes, because of course this is a new day when I'm filming this. I filmed the intro one day and I'm filming this actual eye look the next day. But I ended up having to redo the Natasha Denona eye look that I shot Thursday morning when I went to work today. So that's how we ended up with orange underneath the eyes, because I wasn't really feeling the purple underneath it, but I figured the orange would make it pop because it's a warm tone palette. So I took a orange pencil and put that underneath here. And now I feel like I'm giving like Jack Skellington pumpkin vibes, like from the what palette was that? The palette that they came up with for with ColourPop on the night before Christmas. So I thought it was really cool, because I'm like, nah, I got this vibe going on. Anyway, let me start by dabbing into the lighter shade. So what I did was I dabbed into the lighter shade and started like toward the top of the eye like this, blending it all out. I've already did a review on the Natasha Denona Lindo palette. No, not Zindo, Eon palette. Or Exxon palette, is that how you say it? So anyway, I already did a review on that one. I'll try to remember to link it up above so you can see my initial thoughts on that one if you care. But right now we're just trying to get the battle done, so I'm trying to focus on that. So as you can see, the shade looks quite ashy on me, so I ended up blending the darker gray in. I lightly dabbed into it though, because I didn't want it to be too smoky and anyway, so I felt like it turned out pretty well. So now we're going to dip into that one just lightly and start blending into this so that we can get more of the effect that I was hoping for, because it's not giving enough depth for, you know, my liking and skin tone, and I'm not trying to look like ashy and crazy. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm just kind of dusting it all over at the top and down here, and later on I'm going to go in and put more of the lighter one in so that way it doesn't look as dark, because that's what I did with this side. So you know, you do one thing to one side, you got to do the same to the other side. But I feel like as you put the Natasha Denona one on and you blend it in, the gray gets much darker in that one than it does in this one, but I feel like the gray in that one already is much darker. Now I'm going to take this pencil detail brush and just go in the crease with the gray and see if it's going to deepen up the way. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. The Natasha one started deepening up like this when I started blending in the crease. If y'all can see it, it's getting much deeper than it was initially. These mattes have blended out really silky smooth, but for some reason I feel like it's getting caught up in my eye, like right in this area, and it's looking patchy right there. I don't know if I didn't spread the eyeshadow primer evenly there, but I feel like it just looks patchy. Whereas with the Natasha one, I didn't feel like I had that issue. So it's just something I thought I'd note, since, you know, that's what I'm kind of supposed to be doing this video, to tell you which one I think is best based upon, you know, that type of stuff. So, but the mattes are blending smoothly, nicely. It's just in this one little area right in front of my eye, I feel like it looks patchy. But again, it could be the primer I put down, or maybe I didn't fully let the well, I know I fully let the makeup remover dry down in that area, because I didn't even put it on my eye till I came on camera, and I still had to do this one. But as you can see, this one looks quite ashier than this one. I'm hoping once I put my rest of my eyeshadow on, like, they'll look even. But right now I feel like this side is just looking much lighter than or much deeper, I should say, than the Natasha Denona side. Like, this part up here looks ashier than this side, and then the crease looks a little lighter too. So it's like looking ashy up here, which is lighter, and then the crease gave a little bit more depth, but I still feel like it's awfully light. Anyway, now let's go into the black shade. So let's see if it's blacker than the Natasha Denona, because that's supposed to be her shade called Black is Black. And I remember when Casey Holmes used to rave about how black and nice it was. Okay, so this is pretty nice. It's like a little, it seems to be more like charcoaly black than like black black, like I thought it was going to be, but you know, that's okay. Again, it's blended out smoothly and nicely. We'll see how well it builds on itself. It looks pretty dark. I'm pretty impressed. It actually looks just as dark as the Natasha Denona, if not a little bit darker, so I'm kind of impressed with that. Because that was what I was most concerned about. It's like, is it going to be really like black, or is it going to be like, you know, I had my concerns. But yeah, it's looking a little bit darker, but I just put it on. The Natasha Denona one I've had on for a little while now. So it's like I got to try to see if it's going to slightly fade a little bit like this one did, because I feel like this one was blacker when I was off camera doing the eyelid. So we will see. But so far, I just feel like this side looks lighter than Natasha. But I'm excited to see how the shimmer's going to look on the lid, because that's what I was most excited about. I was like, ooh, shimmer. It looks very sparkly and nice. So I'm going to get my clean brush and dust over everything, just to give that airbrush effect that I have on the other side. And I feel like this is helping with like the shading of the Kaledios one as well, because at first y'all saw how ashy it was looking, but now I feel like it's blending a little bit better and looking a little bit better with my skin tone than it did when I initially just put it on. That's the brush I was going to use for my shimmer. Did I pick one out? Or did I? Oh, I picked this one up for my shimmer, because I'm like, where is it? So I got my brush for the glitter glue, because we're going to cut the crease for the glitter glue, because this looks like a very flaky, sparkly shade. So I'm going to cut it with this brush, and then I'm going to go in with a different brush to put it on the lid, because that's what I did to the other side, and I didn't think it'd be fair, because it would have the unfair advantage of still having glitter glue attached to this brush. So it's going to have to go along and show us what it can do on its own. Which I feel like it'll be fine, because it looks like it has like a whole bunch of different pearls that'll make it actually more shimmery and sparkling than Natasha's, and I think hers is pretty sparkly and amazing. So I'm interested to see how this is about to go. So let's get this. Yeah, because flakes of sparkle are popping off as I put it on. Okay, so this shade is deeper than the one in Natasha's palette. I can see that now. And I feel like they're the same, like, I feel like it's just as smooth as the Natasha Denona one. But I feel like this one is giving more sparkle. And I feel like hers looks more taupey-ish on camera. Whereas this looks true more silver. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is more taupe-ish, beigeish undertone silver. And I feel like this is just a true, like, sparkle, pal, look at me, like, silver. So, I mean, this shimmer looks amazing on the lid. I can't, like, I feel like for New Year's Eve, I would want to wear this palette to do a simple smoky look if I wasn't trying to be extra. Or, like I said, to a Halloween party, I could wear either one of these and it would be my, like, Halloween look and I'd be all about it. So, I kind of want to put some more gray in the crease now because I feel like it kind of got washed out by the silver. So, I'm going to take a little bit more just to kind of define it, if you will. And I have too much shimmer in my crease because I feel like when I go back in and do this, I don't feel like my crease looks as shimmery. And it might give more dimension and smoke to what's going on because it has so much more sparkle than the Natasha Denona one. And I thought that one had sparkle, but honey, look at this here. So, and then we're gonna pull this in and bring this into the inner corner as well. Since, you know, you do the one side, you have to do the other one. I put the Natasha and the shimmer in the inner corner because I had to, because Natasha's doesn't, if y'all remember, her palette only has that, what is the bone color shade like I talked about, and this one doesn't. So that would have been the only shade I had to put in the inner corner. The only thing you can put on the lid is the silver, but yeah, that's what both of them look like. Let me back it on up and we can talk about which one I like better and why. Or if I have a tie, because, you know, those are possible too. So, when it comes to these two palettes, I like each one for different reasons. So I'll start off with each one. So I'll start off with the one I did off camera since I already have a review on it to make it quick and get to the point. I like the mattes in this one a lot, and I think the shimmery shade is really nice. I do like the tones of these mattes better than the tones of these mattes here, but I guess it's like depending on what kind of look I want to go for at the time. It'll depend on which one I use, but I prefer the mattes in this one just because I like the way the colors go down. They don't look as ashy on someone my skin tone as I feel like these do. But you know, this is a good palette overall. If you're interested and you're a person who always wants to use the bone color shade for like your brow bone or whatever, then this, I feel like this one would be a good one for you. Now with this one, I love the shimmer in here. Like, oh my goodness, this shade steals the show in this black. I mean, literally just smudging this on your outer V and on your lower lash line. Maybe putting this in the crease if you feel like it, and then putting this all over your lid and wrapping it in your inner corner like I just did would make this a stunning palette. So I'm going to most likely use these together because I love this and I can put this all over my lid. Then I can use this one as a less shimmery, sparkly part for the inner corner. So I'm going to use both these together. But if I had to pick one, I still pick Natasha's because, like I said, I just prefer the undertones that's going on this eye than I do the ones on this one. To me, this one is just a little too ashy and I'm not feeling the ashiness of it all. Now, if I put like a bronzer in the crease or a bronzer to be my transition shade, and then I had a crease shade, and then I used the rest of this palette, I feel like I would like it better. But because I use the tones that were in here to match the ones in Natasha's, and the undertones aren't the same in this one as they are in Natasha's, I'm gonna say I pick Natasha when it comes to like overall with the mattes and everything. But if I had to pick based upon the shimmers, like Kaledios got to be easily. Like this shimmer right here is giving me life, it's giving me everything, and this black is just stunning and it hasn't faded still. Like this one I felt like faded a little bit. So I like this half of the quad, if you will. This gray looks cool, and I feel like it'd be one, like, I think it'd be cool to use as the outer V shade and then put this all over the lid and pop this in the inner corner. So I can still use this for other ways, but as far as like the way I did this eye look, I wouldn't want to do the same eye look again like I did now because I don't like the undertones of the grays that they chose for the eye look I did. I like them for other ones. Like this could be a matte moment with this in the inner corner. This could be a look on its own, but like these as a whole, I don't like the undertones of the grays. So I picked Natasha, but I gave y'all my reasons. That's just my personal feelings. But let me know down below what you think, which eye you like better, because I'm telling y'all, if I could put this shimmer on this side and just have this lid shade in the inner corner, I feel like this would be the perfect look for me. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, let me know down below which one you like better. Remember, y'all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.